Cubs this weekend released a much anticipated giveaway to the fans at Wrigley Field, a Billy Williams bobblehead.
Okay.
And somehow no one in the Cubs organization realized that said bobblehead had the wrong number on the back.
No.
I can tell you from experience. I've been in minor league baseball for approaching 15 years. I have been involved in the production of many a bobblehead, too many to count. I can tell you as the graphic designer, the first thing I would check is the number on the back of the bobblehead. Typically, you're a bobblehead connoisseur. I think you've got
I
quite
am.
your own collection. I've got some over here in the corner as well. Typically, bobbleheads, my complaint is usually they don't look that much like the player. So the best way to identify said bobblehead is with the name on the back and certainly the number.
Number is pretty important, I think.
Somehow the Cubs lost this throughout the process, and it's astounding when you think about how many people had to miss this before it was actually given away to fans. First of all, the production, the initial designs, any kind of proofreading was happening at that point. With typically these are made in China, but you get proofs. You're sent photos of every angle conceivable. Uh, there's plenty of people that can look at this and make sure the number is right. But I think what happened is the number one is kind of a default, like the default template for the body of the bobblehead, and then the actual numbers added later. Number one was the bobblehead that was given away. Obviously, that's nowhere close to number 26, the famous number 26 of Billy Williams that has actually been retired by the Cubs. He is a Hall of Famer, so he's hardly an unknown, obscure, tough to find photo where you could confirm what number he actually was.
He was Lando Calrissian in Star Wars.
Okay, different Billy Williams, but
that's Billy D. Williams. That's
yes. But the idea that this got past those first barriers was even delivered to the Cubs, which I know at least in a minor league organization, the staff usually gets first dibs on the extras that are created, and a lot of them put them in their offices or whatever. People are looking at them, checking them out. They took them out of the boxes, I guess is my point. But not even at that point did anyone notice that it was the wrong number on the back of all 10,000 of these bobbleheads.
Do you think they're just saying Billy Williams is number one in their hearts?
Yeah, maybe that's what they're hoping to get away with. I think it just seems like if they had noticed it, they would have announced before, you know what, there's an error, or they would have inserted a certificate within the bobblehead box saying, you know what, we screwed up, but we will redo these, bring the certificate and the current bobblehead, we will replace it at a later date. But that was not announced until after the bobblehead's been given away. And apparently it finally came to their attention by irate fans telling them, this is fucked up. What are you doing? The announcement was made later that evening, and how they were apologizing and it should have never happened. I would agree with that. I'm just astounded. I cannot figure out how it could have possibly happened. I can see how the error could possibly be made, but how it could be given out to fans without anyone in the front office anywhere noticing. It's astounding.
What's even worse, folks, is they actually used, as Smitty pointed out, like bobbleheads never really look like the player. They used leftover Sammy Sosa heads
that's that
were canceled from a bobblehead promotion due to Sammy's unceremonious leaving of the organization.
Okay. 15, 20 years ago, yes.
They had them left over.
Yeah. They're sitting in a crate someplace.
Get those Sosa heads out.
Yeah.
They make this guy number one.
I don't really, I can't comprehend what happened. Obviously it's not the biggest deal. It's just a weird, embarrassing
Pretty
moment.
Funny.
Yeah. It was definitely some shit I couldn't make up.
Oh, indeed. I didn't hear about that. That is fucking marketing department at its finest right there.
Yeah.
Word Hole Media.